We're live right now. What's up, my friends? Marketing Mondays, 11 a.m. always. All right, here's what we're doing in July is I want to show you guys how to scale products. All right, so number one question we get is how do I scale physical products? How do I scale my funnel? How do I spend more money on Facebook or Instagram or YouTube and make sure that I'm able to be not only profitable, but I can keep scaling up versus it having to decrease in expenditure, right? So that's what we're going to be talking about today. I got some notes I want to share with you guys and go over things. So this is going to be a pretty nice training for you. What's up, Instagram? Glad to see you guys here as well. I'll turn you guys over to the whiteboard and you'll be able to see it too. But here's the thing, is this is always interactive with Marketing Mondays. I try to chat back with you guys, say hello, say what's up. But here's the thing that we're learning today, if you're just tuning in, is I'm going to show you how to scale your offers. All right, I'm going to show you how to take a physical product that you're selling online, that you put into a funnel or on Shopify or wherever, right? And then what needs to be in place for you to scale up. So save this video, come back and watch it later if you're watching off of live. But for you guys that are tuning in, I appreciate you guys. And let's get started. So here's the first thing you want to do is you need to ask yourself a couple questions, okay? The first question you need to ask yourself is, what do you want the outcome to be when scaling up your product? Do you want to be profitable? Are you wanting to build like a database and so you don't worry about the profit? Okay, so you're like, hey man, I want to scale this as fast as I can. I'm not worried about the profit today. I want to build a massive database of clients that I can sell to later, which would mean that we're now looking into the LTV of the client, the lifetime value of the client. What's that client going to bring me over the next week, 4 weeks, year, 5 years, right? We have a client that we work with, and she knows if she can get a client today that is a repeat customer in her business over three months, they will stick for another 4 years and turn into about a $3,000 to $4,000 client. They have statistics to show that. So she's not really worried about making profit today because she knows if she's able to get them to stick, they will be profitable over the next 3 years, building up the company, allowing it to be sold outright. Okay. So next thing is maybe you're just looking to say, okay, I'm not worried about a database. I'm not really worried about the profit today. I'm just looking at, man, can I profit on just all the follow-up? So I'm reaching out to people who didn't buy, my abandoned carts. So you make all your money, or you spend all your money, right, through advertising, through your main channel, your main funnel, and then where you get your profits is from the follow-up. Maybe sending out reminder emails, or hey, I want to give you a discount, or maybe you have another product you want to share with them. Maybe you're sending them back to your storefront and they're buying other products. So you really got to ask yourself, when you're going down this line of scalability is, I want to scale my funnel. I want to sell a lot of these products, but the question is do I want to be profitable? Do I want to build a database? Do I want to worry about the LTV? Am I looking at the LTV of a client, or am I looking at the follow-up? Or do you want all of them, right? Do you want all of that? Maybe you just want all of it. Maybe you like going out and get it all. So that's what you got to ask yourself, because why you're asking yourself that is because it will make where the CPA, that's what we're getting to today, the cost per acquisition, that's what it depends on. So if you want to be profitable, well, we need to look to make sure there's profitability in there. If you're not worried about the profit on day one, you'll be profitable on day 30, then we want to spend as much as we can to get as many people as we can, right? So that's the question number one, is what's the goal with scaling your offer? All right, that's the number one question you have to ask yourself, is where do I want to be? Where do I want to go? And that's exactly what we're talking today here on Marketing Mondays. Now, if you guys are looking for more training that you want to say, hey, I love the training that you guys are giving out on Marketing Mondays, you need to head on over to talktotrey.com. That's TalkTotrey.com. We got 50 free training videos for you guys. So you don't have to wait for Marketing Mondays every single Monday to show up. You can go check out 50 free trainings, all yours, doing stuff like this, showing you what to do inside your physical product funnels, selling online, how to scale up an offer, right? How to scale up a business, how to make sure it's sustainable, make sure you can keep existing through all this stuff that we're going through, okay? So head on over there, grab that free training as we kind of keep going on the CPA offer stuff. So I want to grab I got some notes for you guys as well. I don't want to forget anything. So I want to take you over to the whiteboard. Instagram, I'm going to walk you over here as well. So hold on one second while we kind of exchange this stuff. You guys are going to love this. We got some really great material for you today. So let's see. Boop, there we go. Instagram, you guys are doing great. Okay. So a couple things is when you're, what's that? Oh, I'm off? Oh, we're not on the whiteboard yet? Hold on, we're having technical difficulties. We're good. All right, now we're back. Okay, so with a CPA, that's what we're looking for. All right, this is our cost per, can you see that? Is that too high?
We got it.
You got that? All right, cost per acquisition. So cost, this might also, you might also put cost per, purchase. So what can I afford? What can I afford to pay an affiliate or somebody who's driving traffic to my store, to my offer? How much can I pay them per transaction? That's what we're really going to be teaching you today, is how to kind of figure out that number and what that number looks like. So a couple things you want to do is you need to calculate your profit. So that's what we need to know first, is what is our profit on average, so on average, per order that comes in. So we're going to have big orders, we're going to have small orders, right? People are going to order 5 items. Maybe you're selling calculators. Maybe a teacher comes in, she buys it for the whole class. And maybe a student comes in, he buys 1 for himself. Or maybe you got a mom that has 2 kids and she buys 2 calculators. So depending on how many items you're selling per order, you'll average that out. So if you have, the school teacher that buys 5, you have the kid who buys 1, the mom who buys 2, you're selling about 2 per order, right? So that's what we're going to figure out. What's our average per order, which will give us our CPA. So with that, we need 2 things. You got debts and credits. So we need to figure out what are exactly all of our debts. And a lot of people miss this. They think the only debt that they need to calculate is the cost of the product. There's way more than that. But we first need is how much did we pay to get a product landed. So that's landed in the US. Maybe you're getting it from China, or maybe you're getting it from USA. So what is it landed at your warehouse, right? How much did you pay per, let's do calculators, we're on that subject. So how much did you pay per calculator? Maybe pay $2 for the calculator. So my cost of the product is $2. That's how much it costs me. But I'm going to sell that calculator for maybe 40 bucks, okay? Next, we got overhead. So what is your overhead? Well, man, that can be a lot of things, right? So it's everything such as, you have your customer service team, you have your rent, you have utilities, you have internet to run. And what I like to do is when I'm calculating my CPA, I don't put the entire rent out, right? I divide it by the daily charge, the daily cost. Okay, so if I'm paying, let's say $300 a month in internet, I divide that by 30 days, so I know, okay, 10 bucks a day is what my average daily cost of internet is. I like to look at averages, because you wouldn't want to put, for a 2-day span on your funnel to have a $300 cost, it's going to look pretty negative. But if it's divided over the daily, then it looks relative, okay? So customer service, rent, utilities, internet, anything else that you got, maybe you have software that you're paying for, things like that. That's gonna be your overhead. Okay, that goes in that spot. The next thing you're gonna look at is your merchant fees. Okay, you have your merchant fees. Now there's 2 pieces of merchant fees. There is your transactional, right? Your total transaction cost. So that's usually like a percentage, like I think Stripe is like 2.9% or something like that. And then you have the cost per transaction on top of that, which is usually around like 30 cents. Now if you're with a different merchant other than Stripe, it's gonna be a lot lower. But transaction cost is 2.9, then the cost per transaction is 30 cents. So we have to know that this is a debt that comes through every single order that we process. What about refunds, right? People are gonna refund, people are gonna return the product, right? I usually put that at about 5%. So I know on average, I got about a 5% refund rate. So I'm going to calculate that into my total debts. So if I'm selling a $100 product, I'm going to calculate $5 of that product is going to refunds. Because for every 100 people that order, I'm going to get 5 refunds out of those orders. So I need to make sure that I'm not calculating that money as profit. Okay? So 5, chargebacks. People do chargebacks, right? They get confused of who you are. I would do maybe 0.5% there. Okay, so 0.05. So 0.05, 0.5%, which is there. Did I miss anything? Oh, yes, of course. So then we have our shipping costs. How much is shipping, right? If we're doing UPS or USPS or FedEx or DHL, what is my average shipping cost going to be? Instagram, you guys picking this up? Give me some thumbs up, give me some likes. You guys loving it? All right, perfect. By the way, If you guys are commenting, let me know. I'll get to the comments here in a minute. If you guys got questions, I'd love to hit on those. You have fulfillment. Maybe you're fulfilling by yourself right now, okay? You have your fulfillment costs. Now, what I look at is I'm obviously shipping the boxes out. What am I paying myself per hour? And what can I pay a fulfillment center to ship these out? Because it's not scalable. I mean, if tomorrow you got picked up by CNN or Fox News or MSNBC or Yahoo Financing or whatever, your offer goes crazy, right? Your calculators get on the front page of Yahoo Financing because you got this great affiliate. Now you got 1,000 orders to get out per day. There's no way you and the wifey are stuffing calculators in a box 1,000 a day while you're still trying to run your business, okay? So you got to look at, even though you're fulfilling yourself today, what is the fulfillment cost going to be so you can calculate that in there, all right? So these are some things that I look at when we are going to place a product given to an affiliate, all right? I need to know what my CPA is. So these are all my debts, all right? So to make sure you guys take a screenshot of that while I get a drink of water real quick, I want to see if there's comments coming in, see what's going on, everybody. Now, sometimes it refreshes, sometimes it doesn't, I don't know. But Facebook is kind of goofy when that is. But what I want to make sure is what you do get today is you get the screenshot of those right there. So you got debts, which is cost of product, which is landed in the USA. So how much did the product cost, and then how much did it ship to get here? So you have maybe you shipped it from China. So you have, if you aired it over, what's that cost? And then once it airs over to LAX or New York, did they truck it down? Did they ship it down? Was there duties? Was there customs? Did it get held? Like, what happened, right? If you shipped it over, maybe you shipped it into LAX ports, and then once the ship arrived, then you had the semi-truck bring it over, or maybe it came over by rail into Chicago. That's what it does for us. And then it comes down by semi-truck, so you have those costs kind of in there as well. So you want to know what the landed cost is. So we might buy a calculator for $2, but then to get it here landed, we're looking at another $1. So total landed cost is $3, okay? So then we got our overhead. Like I said, customer service, rent, internet, software companies, things that you're using. Maybe you're using mitigators or Pinpoint or Verify to look for chargebacks. Those are all going to be expenses that go into your overhead. Now the thing is, though, is you want to make sure that you're dividing it by 30. And then when you take these calculations, right? If you sold 100 today, then you would take what 1 day of internet costs you, not what 30 days of internet costs you, to see what your CPA would be. Now, if you scale and you sell 500 that day and you sell 1,000 that day, your internet cost doesn't go up. Your software costs probably don't go up. So those start to go down and your profits start to increase the more you sell. So it goes kind of like the Walmart style, right? How much quantity can we get out? All right. So then we got the merchant fees. Those always stay the same, so 2.9%, or maybe you got lower. Congratulations if you do. 30 cents per transaction, okay? So if you're doing an upsell and you're doing an order, right, that's 2 transactions, so it's gonna be 60 cents they take from you. Then you got your refunds. I always put in about 5% to look for refunds. Chargebacks is 0.5%, so right there you got about a 5.5% of going from there. And then shipping costs and fulfillment costs, okay? So shipping cost and fulfillment cost. What is my shipping cost on average? What is my fulfillment cost on average? So now, what I want to hit is I want you to look at all these numbers, these stats that we're hitting, and I want you to say, what is the constants of these? Can I create constants around these numbers? Because if we can create constants, numbers that do not change, then it makes it superiorly easier, extremely easier and sufficient to know, all right, this is my actual CPA cost. Because if we don't use constants and they're variables, well, your CPA will go up and down, and it's really hard to judge if you're making profit or if you're not. So for instance, constants. Constants might be my shipping costs. So if I take the last 100 orders, okay, so I got 100 orders here. I want to take those 100 orders, and this is what I want to do. I want to look at those 100 orders, how much debt did I have, right? And when I calculate that, I know per order, I'm going to have a certain ratio. So if I know my average revenue on this is $100, I'm going to have $5 of that go to refunds. That's going to be my debt. The shipping cost, I might know that, man, on average, it costs me $6 to ship out a product. On average, it doesn't matter if someone buys 10 or someone buys just 1, on average, it's costing me $6 per order, right? I'm not looking at, oh wow, it cost me $25 to get 10 products out, 10 calculators to ship out today. It cost me $25. But yet when someone bought one, it only cost me 3. But on average, it's 6. So I just keep with these constant numbers. I know, hey, most likely on average, of every 100 orders, I'm going to be paying on average a shipping cost of $6. Then I look at fulfillment cost. Man, can I get my fulfillment center to, what's my average constant there? If I'm doing, 100 orders, how many picks? Usually they charge you per pick. They charge you for inventory. But I take that number and I divide by 100 to give me a constant, right? A constant within my fulfillment costs. So that might be $4. So all right, now my fulfillment cost is 4, my shipping cost is 6. So I know for every order that's going out, just right in there, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, I got $10. Okay, so I got $10 going out. Then my refund, I got 5% there. My merchant fees, those are going to be a percentage, right? That's going to be an ideal. And then you got the overhead and whatnot. Okay, so these are debts. This is debts. Now what I want to do, you guys got that? You guys screenshot that? Right? If not, you can go back, play it again. But now what I want to show you is OKO credits, right? So this is everything that comes out of the top. But now we have our credits. So we got debts, now we got credits. Now, lucky for us, there's not as much credits as debts, right? It should be the other way. All right, so then we have our product sales. So this is our upsells, this is our order forms, this is our order bumps, this is our thank you page, offer walls. So what are our product sales? Okay, how much did that bring in? And then we have shipping. So shipping is a good one. A lot of people leave that one out, right? Which shipping did we bring? Did you charge tax? Usually that's a waiver, but maybe not. All right, tax. So you have these 3 things, right? Product sales, shipping, and tax. These are our credits. So these are all the profit, that's all the revenue that's being generated. Now we need to obviously subtract our debts to know our profits, okay? So we're getting really close to knowing what our CPA is now. So now I have credits. Obviously that's higher than your debt, okay? So I want to take my credits, so I add all those up minus my debts, okay? And this is going to equal my profit. So that's my profit. But what I want to do is I want to do this for 100 orders. So I'm going to take 100 orders, I'm going to calculate all my debts, I'm going to calculate all my credits. That's going to give me my profit over those 100 orders, and then I'm going to divide that by 100. And what this equals is my cost per acquisition. This is what I can afford. Because if I have a profit per order, right? So my CPA, which is cost per acquisition, cost per order, all right? So this is what I can afford. So now I know that, man, I make, let's just say this was $5,000, right? I brought in $5,000 in profit. I would divide that by 100, which would be $50, okay? So my CPA is profit of $50. Now, of course, as you saw in my debts, I didn't include advertising costs. I didn't put Facebook in there. I didn't put Instagram costs. I didn't put YouTube or SEO or anything like that in there, right? We're keeping that out because that includes our CPA. We're paying an affiliate for the traffic, or maybe you're paying Facebook for traffic, whichever. We need to know how much can we afford per purchase. Guys, I've seen mistakes happen where, we have clients and they shut down ads at $20 a conversion. And they're like, I shut it down because I didn't think I was making any money. And we go and calculate all the debts and all the credits. And sure enough, they were making $30 profit per every transaction. So spending $20 per conversion, they were profitable. But see, they got in their mind, they thought it wasn't profitable, so they turned it off. You got to know your numbers. You got to know your numbers. So CPA, $50, right? We know that. That's our CPA. So now we can go out to affiliates. And we can say, affiliates, here's a couple things. I want to give you $50 per transaction. Now, of course, you're going to have lower transactions that are under $50. That might scare you, right? Like, what, you're telling me that I'm paying somebody $50 when I only made $30 profit? Yeah, absolutely. But see, on average, it averages out, right? You're going to have people, law of large numbers. You're going to have people who buy a large quantity of product. You're going to have people who buy a mid-range quality of product or quantity and a low-range quantity of product. And at the end of the day, you'll be averaging out about a CPA, in this case, of $50, or maybe it's $10, or maybe it's $30. So let's talk about that. That's where we're kind of ending the show today, ending the Marketing Mondays. By the way, hope you guys loved all this. If you have, make sure you share somebody, right? Share with a business partner, share with a spouse, share with a cousin, right? Or a great aunt, I don't care. that needs to hear this, right? Share it with somebody who needs to watch this. By the way, if you're just tuning in and you want more trainings just like this, you need to go over to talktotrey.com, okay, talktotrey.com, where we're able to give you guys 50 free training videos just like these, okay? Very intimate, very one-on-one, step-by-step trainings. You guys you're gonna love them, what we got for you over there, okay? So here's the thing, is we now understand what we want as a CPA. By the way, I'm gonna twist you guys back. Oops, let's do this. Full range of the studio right there. What's up, Instagram? Good to see you guys. So we have profit, right? We have our average over our average order. Average order is profit, right? And our credits minus our debts, that's gonna give us our profit. You guys are on math class today. I know you guys love this stuff. And then you take your profit, hopefully you did about 100 orders, and we'll take that divided by 100. That's gonna give us our profit per order. And then we know how much we can pay for advertising. That's what that shows us. So if I'm at 50 bucks, I know I can afford a $50 transaction. Now, what I want to hit on is some of you guys are selling, $30 calculator. And I'm saying over here, well, I want to be able to pay 50 bucks. But if you look at it on a per transaction level, there will be transactions, there will be orders that you pay $50 for a $30 order. You're negative 20 bucks. But then you got the next guy who comes in and buys 10 calculators, and you paid $50 for a $300 order, right? But on average, it averages out where you're profitable $50 for every order, which is great. Now, of course, this brings me back to the main question, right? What did you guys want your outcome to be? Did you want your outcome to be profit? Did you want to be able to list build? Did you want to be able to look at the lifetime value of a client? Did you look at what you want to make on the follow-up, or do you want all of it? Okay? Because that's really going to determine how much you pay out on a CPA level. Sometimes you'll pay more than you can afford, but that's for another day. So here's the thing, okay? Here's a couple keys. First key is you want the CPA to be equal or greater to the cost to consumer. So if I'm selling a calculator for 30 bucks, I need my CPA. You need your CPA to be $30 or more. Okay, that's number one. You want to write that down. Okay? Key number two is if you can't do that, all right, if you're like, man, I'm selling calculators for 30 bucks, but my CPA is only $20, and Trey's telling me I need it to be 30, what do? Well, either you increase the cost of the calculator, or you go out and find better margins on the calculator, or you talk with your shipping, right? Your shipping guys, or you talk with your fulfillment center, or you talk with your merchant, and you try to lower costs, or you try to get rid of overhead that you necessarily don't need. Maybe there's some software that you're using that doesn't really make sense. It's just kind of something that's fun, maybe a hobby that is a cost and you don't need it. See, I like to ride really lean and mean and make sure we got a mean machine that's profitable, okay? And then the other thing is you never want to run on a CPM. A lot of affiliates like to run on a CPM, which is cost per impressions, how many people it sees. But the thing is there's no risk for them. They can go out and put a picture of a girl, and you're going to get a lot of clicks from all the guys. But it has nothing to do with your product. That's not going to sell calculators. Okay? What I want to do is I want a risk on each side. I have a risk of, hey, you might get a $30 order, but I'm going to pay you $20 more than that. Whereas your risk is you want to make sure you have great ad creative. You want to make sure that they have great ads, so they're getting a payout per conversion. That's what you want. That's a CPA. Now I would never do a CPM. Okay? So those are the things that you want to look for. My friends, hopefully this was helpful for you guys. Take this information, okay? This is what's going to be allowing you to scale. Now, we went through a lot of stuff today. Today was a really, really heavy training. We're on here for, looks like about 27 minutes. Go back. I'm telling you right now, go back, re-listen to this, watch it again and again and again until you fully understand it, okay? And then once you fully understand it, go implement. Instagram, you know what I'm talking about. Go implement this stuff. Because knowledge is great, but it sucks if you never use it. You can go read books on how to swim, but the first day you jump in a pool, it's a different story. Okay? So what I want you doing is I want you learning this stuff, but then I want you to go and utilize it, right? Go use it. Go place it in your system. Go build Excel sheets that follow this same strategy so you know a daily CPA. You know on average your daily CPAs. And then once you know that, my friends, that's how you're going to be able to scale your offers. Because you know how much you're going to go and afford an affiliate for. And the affiliates are going to tell you, right? They're going to say, hey, this isn't enough. this isn't enough product or profit for me to even scale. And if that's the case, well, you need to call us up. Okay, you need to enroll into Reactive Funnels, because Reactive Funnels, go to reactivefunnels.com, just like it spells, and we'll show you how to increase that, right? Double your carts, double your conversions, 4x. That's what we do. That's what we specialize in. So if that's the next thing that you're looking to do is scale your offers, you need a high CPA, give us a shout, give us a call, all right? So hey, my friends, if you're new to this, right, my name's Trey Lewellen, probably should have introduced myself earlier. But here's the thing, is every Monday, right here, right now, we do Marketing Mondays. We come and share strategy, technique, ideas, theories, things that work, what's working now for you guys. That's the whole point of Marketing Mondays, free to you guys, okay? All we ask is that you share it. Share it with somebody that needs to hear it. Share it with somebody that could use this information and really go for it, okay? So I appreciate you guys being on here. Thanks for all the kind words, guys. What's up, Tarek? Good to see you, Abnan. Michelle, we got A. What's going on, guys? Appreciate you. Over here on Instagram, we got Casey, we got Mayor, we got the Dirty Bulk. Love that. What's going on? Good to see, man, there's a lot of people on here. Roshan, we got Danny. What's up, Danny? Misty, we got Amir. Good to see you guys as well. Hey, appreciate you guys showing up, okay? Keep showing up to these calls. Keep showing up, go implement these strategies, and I'll keep showing up, okay? That's what I'm here to do for you guys. Appreciate you guys being on here. Thanks for coming to Marketing Mondays. We'll see you guys next week. See you later, Instagram. Have a great day. Facebook, you guys are out as well. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.